I went to airborne school. I jumped out of airplanes. I don't really believe that hitting the ground at a great speed is great for your hips.
Janice Brown always led an active life, from her days playing high school basketball to her nearly 20-year career in the military, including serving in Desert Storm.
I just was under the attitude of suck it up and be all you can be. That really was my motto. I didn't want to complain. I didn't want to show defeat.
After a lifetime of activity, she began experiencing severe hip pain.
When it became hard for me to really do the things I wanted to do was probably only about 10 years ago. My father had a stroke and I brought him home to take care of him. He had a trach in his throat, a feeding tube. I had to turn him every 2 hours. Emotionally and physically and even spiritually, I was spent.
After her father passed away, she began seeking chiropractic care.
I believe God gave us science, He gave us doctors, He gave us medicine, and I use it. I was believing for good health. I confessed the word over myself and I stood for help.
This brought some relief. However, the pain would often return. Then in early 2021, Janice was watching the 700 Club.
I was praying along with Pat and Wendy, and it was towards the end of their prayers. So Wendy had a word of knowledge that a lady had pain in her right hip and was being healed.
A lady, you've got hip pain in your right hip. Put your hand on your right hip. God is touching you right now. Be healed in the name of Jesus.
And I just remember saying, what? I thought, could it be? And I rubbed my hip. There was no pain. I stood up. There was no pain.
Over the following days and weeks, Janice continued to claim her healing.
I've learned that the enemy will want to put that pain or that medical condition back on you, and you need to refuse that. And I just thanked God for my healing.
Janice is leading an active life once again. She occasionally even plays basketball.
This experience has really revived my faith. It's reminded me to get back in the saddle. It's reminded me that God does want me healed. You can know the word intellectually, but to know it in your heart and to live it from your heart is an entirely different thing. I believe His intent is for everyone to receive healing because the price that Jesus paid was just so much greater than words can describe. And by His stripes, we are healed.